If you're paying attention at all, you know we are in the middle of a massive technological shift. The AI boom, it isn't just another trend, it's a full-blown gold rush. And just like every gold rush in history, it's creating this incredible, once-in-a-generation opportunity for anyone who gets in early. And I'm not just saying that, this is real, and it is happening right now.
And you know what? We have absolutely seen this movie before. Think about it. The dot-com boom. People made millions just by owning a dot-com name. Or remember when the App Store launched? A super simple puzzle game called Trism pulled in $2 million in its first year, basically because there was nothing else there. Then you had the ad platform rush. Early advertisers on Facebook and Google were practically printing money with rock-bottom costs. And more recently, the first wave of TikTok creators saw growth that is it's impossible to imagine today. The pattern is always the same. A new platform explodes and demand just goes through the roof, way beyond supply.
And that brings us right here to today. The AI revolution is that new frontier. This is that moment, and it's happening all over again. So the big question, the really important question is, how do you get your piece of the pie? How do you stake your claim in this digital gold rush? Well, today we are going to walk through 3 different ways to do exactly that.
All right, let's dive into our first method. And honestly, this one is the most passive of the 3. You've probably heard this before, but during a gold rush, some of the wealthiest people weren't the miners. Nope. They were the ones selling the picks, the shovels, and all the supplies to the prospectors. The exact same idea applies here. And look, this isn't just some clever saying. Blackstone, a gigantic investment firm, literally calls these things AI's picks and shovels. They see this as a generational opportunity, and believe me, they are putting billions of dollars behind that belief.
So what's the fuel for this whole thing? It's data. So much data. Global data creation is just exploding. We're talking a 1970-fold increase. It's insane. AI models are just incredibly hungry for it. And all of that data? It has to live somewhere, which leads us to the real investment.
And that's where the serious money is flowing. I mean, just look at this number. Blackstone has a $100 billion portfolio just in data centers. That's a mind-boggling bet on the raw infrastructure that powers every single AI application you can possibly think of.
So this right here, this is the engine room of the AI revolution. I know it might not look all that glamorous, but these data centers with all their power, their cooling systems, their servers, they are the absolute backbone that makes AI possible. Without them, the whole shebang just grinds to a halt.
So here's the bottom line on this strategy. It's a broad bet on the entire ecosystem. You're not trying to guess which single AI app is going to be the winner. Instead, you're investing in the data centers, the power grid that runs them, and the hardware inside them. This way, you win no matter which prospector actually strikes gold.
Okay, on to our second method. Maybe you don't just want to sell the shovels, maybe you want to get your hands dirty and actually pan for that digital gold yourself. This approach is definitely more hands-on. It's all about building and monetizing your very own AI products. The key idea to really get your head around here is the AI agent. And I want you to forget everything you think you know about basic chatbots. An AI agent is like a chatbot on steroids. It doesn't just talk to you, it does things. It can connect to other tools, use APIs, and take real actions in the world to get a job done. This is where the real magic is happening.
And if you want to create one of these valuable agents, it really boils down to 3 key ingredients. First, you've got prompting. That's the core mission you give it. Second is knowledge, the special data it uses. And third, you have actions, the unique tools you build for it so it can do things in the real world. Now, this right here is how you create something special. See, anyone can build an agent using public data from the internet, but the problem is anyone can copy you. The real defensible moat comes from using private or hidden data, things like a company's best sales scripts or a unique data set you scraped yourself. That is your secret sauce.
So, what could you actually build? Oh man, the possibilities are pretty much endless. It could be something as simple as a quotation assistant for a local picture framing business, saving them hours and hours of emails. Or what about a powerful tool that generates sales scripts based on a company's proven top-performing ones? You could even build an assistant trained on the wisdom of a famous investor. The whole point is to solve a very specific and very valuable problem.
So we've covered investing and we've covered building. Now for our third path, which kind of combines a little bit of both. This strategy is all about using your specialized knowledge to become an expert guide for all the businesses trying to figure this new world out.
Because here's the thing, right?
Almost every single business on this planet knows they need to be using AI, but very, very few of them have any idea where to start. They don't just need more tools, they need someone to help them figure out and solve their biggest problems using this new tech. And that's where you can come in.
Now this is a huge mindset shift. You could offer AI consulting as a one-off service, just trading your time for money. But the real passive income play, it's to treat your expertise, even the prompts you write, as actual products. So here's the blueprint for turning your expertise into passive income. You start with a service, maybe AI consulting, just to learn the ropes and see what people need. As you work with clients, you'll start to see the same problems pop up over and over again. And that's your cue. That's when you productize your solution. Maybe you create a library of prompts or some automated templates. All of a sudden, you're not just trading hours for dollars anymore. You're selling a product that works for you 24/7.
So how do you become a really great guide? Well, you don't start with the tech. You start with the people. There's a framework called design thinking, and it's basically your secret weapon. You start by empathizing with the client to find their real pain points, because I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, what they think they need is not what they actually need. By focusing on the human problem first, you can deliver way more value than someone who's just trying to sell a shiny new tool.
So we have our 3 methods. You can be an investor, a builder, or a guide. But no matter which path you decide to take, there is one last, really crucial piece to this whole puzzle. Every gold rush eventually calms down, and the people who build lasting success, they're always the ones who built on a solid foundation of trust.
Look, you can probably make a quick buck in a chaotic new market, for sure. But if you want to build something that generates passive income for years and years, you have to play the long game. And in the world of AI, the long game is all about building systems that people can actually trust.
The European Parliament has actually laid out some pretty solid principles for what that looks like. It means ensuring fairness, so your AI isn't biased. It means striving for transparency, so you can explain its decisions. It means accepting accountability because somebody has to be responsible. And it absolutely 100% means respecting user privacy.
This quote from the European Parliament really says it all, doesn't it? These principles, they aren't just nice suggestions. They are the essential conditions for AI to be successfully woven into our society. So for anyone who's trying to build for the long term, trust isn't just a feature, it's the entire foundation.
So as we wrap this up, the question really comes back to you. The AI gold rush is here. It's happening. So are you going to be an investor, profiting from the infrastructure, a builder, creating brand new tools and agents, or a guide, helping others find their way through this new landscape? Each path offers a huge opportunity. The only wrong move, really, is to just sit on the sidelines and watch it all go by.
This explainer was built on insights from a variety of fantastic sources, including some really in-depth guides from Liam Otley and Superhuman's Life, market analysis from Blackstone and 4-Week MBA, and policy research from the European Parliament.